Major General Sally, a distinguished chairman of the SQF, Mr. Gill, who has been associated with the SQF from day one. So for last 23 years, he is continuously with the SQF, and now he's holding the responsibility to be the chairman. And our distinguished council members, Surya Prakash ji, Colonel Bana, and the chairman of the Faridabad Center, Mr. Abrol. When I received it, our chairman of the Delhi State Center, Mr. Satpal, and our secretary, Shri Pramod Kumar, and all the participants here. When I received the invitation from Mr. Abrol, I mean, it was a quality in itself. And then I realized why he's holding this quality conference here. After his inviting, in the same breath, it's not that even a second sentence. After in the same breath, he said, "Aapne mana nahi karna." Now, just imagine, I have done conferencing, maybe hundreds of conferences in India and abroad, but I never received an invitation of this kind. That I'm inviting you, or aapne mana nahi karna. So then when Mr. Gill talked to me, I said, "Abhi to acceptance ka to sawal hi nahi hai." Oh, the invitation says that I'm directing you, that you have to come and you can't say no. So I'm really grateful to the chairman of the Federal Center for organizing it, for inviting me and giving me this opportunity to be here. I thought of what I should be talking about because during the last couple of years, I've been talking on the large infrastructures and the quality in the infrastructure sector. But also as a vice president of the Institute of Directors, we are deeply concerned with how the industry is growing. So between the two, I thought when we have something being done in Faridabad, and numbers of years back, I had done training in Escorts and Genor also here. So I thought it is better that I talk something about quality as it impacts the industry, rather than talking on the infrastructure, although that's a very important thing. And here also we are now focusing on AI, the use of AI tools in management, in boardroom practices, in industries, and how best can the industry really realize the importance and utilize and implement the program. That's far more important, because you see, when 9 out of 10 will talk about AI, but ask them deeper, I mean, they would not realize what AI costs, what are the implications of implementing AI, what preparations are required. Everyone thinks that AI is something that can be adopted very, very casually. And from day two, you will start saving a lot of money for the industry. Now it's not that. And one must really see where it affects in terms, because AI will affect your quality, will affect your safety concerns, your growth of the industry. But then there's no shortcut. Even for implementing the AI program, you need a lot of investments. Now, someone who introduced me, they talked about chairing the Global Committee on Energy of the Gates. 3 years back, when we met, and there were about 70 people from all the parts of the world, and we talked about it. I said there are two major concerns. The first is the energy required for cooling, and they said you don't know, the Europeans, Americans don't need it. I said we will keep that as an issue, and we'll come back 6 months later and we'll discuss. And secondly, we are talking about databases and data banks. You are not realizing we can go on to digital, but what are the energy concerns? How many people are concerned? You think it's free of cost, and it doesn't need any energy. It's not that. Then we spent 1 year discussing with the World Energy Council, International Energy Agency, collected data from about 35 countries, and then it was observed that even in Europe, the cooling load was already beating the heating load that is in the energy consumption there. And for last 2 years after that report, globally they have adopted that sufficient energy provisions for cooling should also be made, and the costs are now built into it. Then secondly, people were not willing to accept that data banks need such energy consumption. So we another collected for about 100 industries in different continents. And at that point of time, about 3 years back, it was observed that 7% total electricity consumption was only for the data banks. And if you move on to the digital concern, there are many, this is 7% is the average. But if you take it to many of the smaller countries, this 7% will convert into about 20 to 25% of their total energy consumption if they were to change over to the digital. So if we very easily we can say we move on to AI, but even no one will think that these will be the cost on the energy concerns. And one of the most recent studies that has been done, that in case we move on to all AI systems, the grid fluctuation that will take place are still being worked out. By 2030, they say there can be many grid collapses at many points. But suddenly you find many of the data loads are onto the grid. Now, these are some of the things of moving on to the effective AI systems are currently quite prohibitive. When you consider the train, just when you get into with the really up to, and what all they go to. I thought these have been, we have been struggling, we have been talking to about 100 top industries from institute directors with the about 100 industries in India. Introduction of AI is very desirable, but it's a very, very challenging task. And what are the things that are required? I made the slides, but that because of the pause, I'll just make a few presentations. So I thought the very big topic hub aiming to position itself as a key player. Creation of quality frameworks built around inspection, compliance, and reactive corrections are increasingly inadequate in a world defined by speed, changes that are really taking place at a very rapid pace. And you must realize the quality systems are also changing onto it. You will see the basic quality standard for 9,000. They have talked of the customer delight, they have talked of the risk management, and such things which are to be considered if you want to really bring the quality upfront and really see the industries prosper on them. The next generation quality system 5.0, how we see the Internet of Things, big data technologies, and big data analytics and automation into quality management practices. Now, all the decision making in the companies and moving on to the size and the policy decision is taken. If you're not able to produce the right kind of analytics and use the data, because there's 1% of data would be useful. These are analysis to be done, and the analytics will tell you which part of the data would you be using and what components you will be doing. If you don't do it, then you will be again lost with it. This transformation is not merely technological. It represents a shift in philosophy from defect detection to defect prevention, from siloed processes of integrated ecosystems, and from human-dependent inspections to intelligent autonomous systems. For India, with initiatives like Make in India, Digital India, and Atmanirbhar Bharat, the adoption of AI-driven quality systems can serve as a catalyst for industrial excellence, export competitiveness, and sustainable growth. And with this, there are many changes that has come in. You see, the biggest change for the industry is the leadership. The leadership earlier, we had a system that succession planning would be done, and you create a whole line of succession and train a person that he would take over the next man. Now, during last 2 years, globally it has been done by even in India with the major companies. They have shifted away from the succession plan that the junior man will take over the boss. They create a whole group of say 10, 12 leaders, and any of them would be asked to take over as the CMD. It's not that the next man who was the deputy managing director would take over it. So they don't train just one person. You train about 10, 12, make skills in them, and then at that point of time, find out who would be the most effective as the kind of skills that are available. So that quality part in selection of them for the board positions and for getting the person so as a CEO. Again, the quality of performance on their understanding, their skills, all these are very much in a different world. And we expect that within the next 2 to 3 years, we'll be totally different. At one time, the Institution of Engineers really produced topmost people in CPWD, railways, and army. They could get to the next position after they could, on the basis of the AMI degree that they were holding. And the institution was also responsible for we are now the Bureau of Industrial Systems, our Quality Council of India. All these have come out of the Institution of Engineers. Even for the Quality Council of India in the mid-90s, when we set down the bylaws for it, I was one of the members. There were others, very senior people. But it has really been a choice of the Institution of Engineers that we created the Quality Council of India. So you look at it, you look at BIS, you look at Quality Council of India, you look at any other place where you will find that the Institution of Engineers has a very specific role, and they have played a role in safety and quality and promotion of the industries. When we celebrated the 100 years, that time we came out with the 2 publications. I chaired both of them. The first publication was published in the 100th year of the institution that talked of 100 years of engineering. What has been done over the last 100 years, significant aspects in different. And in first year, we published the next 100 years of engineering. And then we got the missionaries to write for it. And both the documents are still very current, and many people refer to it. The quality which was maintained, not only in its present, the time taken by various authors to put in the quality and produce those documents are still being appreciated, and many people can do it. Now, for the industry, the quality systems are all very much related to 4 quality 5. It's related to the industry 4 and industry 5. And that is where we have to relate. We can't be talking of the industry, quality industry, and not relate with where the industry is moving. We started with the inspection to total quality management. Then we are in the current stage, we are in the digital quality or quality 4. That means the integrated digital tools, automation, and the real-time operation. But then we are monitoring what the next generation quality systems are, which combines AI, human intelligence, predictive, and intelligent quality systems. Now, even in operation, in the industry's operation, they say we don't need the hard-working person, but we need the smart persons. So that means use all the tools and all the systems with you. You reduce the number of persons, you improve their productivity. How best you can use all such tools. And we need the smarter organization, not the hardworking organization. And that's a great thing. And this is where we move on to into the quality ecosystems also. India currently operates across multiple stages of spectrum. While large enterprises have adopted elements of Quality 4.0, many MSMEs still rely on manual and reactive systems. Now, bridging this gap is critical for national competitiveness. Now, because MSMEs are expected to play a great and significant role to give employment to a larger number of persons, it is important that we do bridge this gap, bringing the skills into the MSMEs. There are various. I'll run through the major issues. Limitations of traditional quality systems. Now, the Basic limitations are human dependency, leading to inconsistency and fatigue-related errors. Sampling-based inspection, which allows defects to escape. Delayed feedback loops, resulting in late corrective actions. And siloed data system, limiting visibility and traceability. And also reactive approach, for focusing on fixing defects rather than preventing them. Now, these are costing very heavily to the industries who are not moving out of it. So this one must realize these are our limitations which we need to really overcome. Now, the need for the next generation system. India's manufacturing ecosystem is undergoing rapid transformation driven by global supply chain diversification, increasing export orientation, rising consumer expectations, and stringent international quality and compliance standards, and Industry 4.0 adoption. And the geopolitics has added another element where the supply chains have now become more regionalized, and one has to really see how fast we can move and still maintain the quality on the product that we want. The core components of the next generation quality system would be, this is smart sensors and IoT. IoT devices capture real-time data across production processes, ensuring continuous monitoring rather than periodic inspection, which was being done earlier. AI-powered machine vision. High-resolution cameras combined with deep learning algorithms detect defects with high precision, including microscopic anomalies invisible to human inspections. Now, here everything is based on algorithms. One must be very careful. An algorithm written for the, let's say, auto industry will not apply to the pharma industry. Now, these if you just imply that any program is running in one place can also be run in the second, it would run. You must be very, very careful about and discuss on the algorithm part of it. The edge computing, processing data locally enables real-time decision-making without latency. The predictive analytics, AI models models analyze historical and real-time data to predict defects before they occur, shifting quality management from reactive to proactive. The digital twin technology, that is, you create a similar model, whatever you're going to set up as a project or production. You set up a virtual model, and the and the provide end-to-end visibility and compliance tracking. The generation quality system. It will be automated defect detection. AI systems create closed-loop feedback mechanisms, root causable sources, vision systems, sensors, machine logs to identify root causes of defects. And then next is the autonomous decision making, which means advanced AI systems are evolving into autonomous agents capable of making quality decisions, initiating corrective actions, and learning from outcomes. These systems represent the shift from decision support tools to decision making system. So you just don't depend only on the decision supporting tools, but we have to move on to decision making system. So your decision making is very, laying down the strategy also becomes very traceability. AI automates documentation and compliance processes by capturing inspection data in real time, generating audit-ready reports, and ensuring traceability across the product life cycle. You will make very few mistakes if you follow all this. And the continuous learning and improvement. Unlike traditional systems, AI models improve over time by learning from new data. This creates a self-improving quality ecosystem. And that's why I said there are certain costs that will be built into the whole system. You're going to save much more and your profitability will increase multifolds, and therefore you must move on to the systems. Now, AI and Industry 4.0, there should be a strategic alignment. We must move on to the smart factories, connected systems, and autonomous operations. AI enables inspection of 100% of production units with over 99% accuracy compared to sampling-based traditional methods. There is an opportunity for India in AI-driven quality. We have the demographic advantage, a large workforce that can be reskilled for digital and AI-driven roles. We have people who have the basic knowledge. We can really create skills. Colonel Bana was talking to me that he's trying to do something for the Institution of Engineers to run these programs. And this is skilling people in India is much, much easier because of their basic knowledge. And that's the big demographic advantage that we have and fully realize it. Growing digital infrastructure, the rapid adoption of digital technologies and cloud platforms, government initiatives. There are various programs like Make in India, Digital India, and National AI Strategy support any movement onto the AI-based quality system. And expanding manufacturing base, sectors like automotive, electronics, pharmaceuticals, and textiles are scaling up very fast, and they're important. Now, challenges in implementing next generation quality systems, the data quality and availability. This is we have to ensure. AI systems require high quality training data, which may be limited in some industries. Integration with legacy systems. Many Indian manufacturers operate legacy systems that are difficult to integrate with modern AI platforms. But in India, we can't totally switch over to AI overnight. So how we integrate with these legacy systems will decide how fast AI could be implemented. There are skill gaps that have to be taken care, the cost of implementation, the change management. There is resistance to adopting new technologies. If that continues, it can hinder implementation. So, and cyber security and data governance are important. Now, there are a few things which lay down the roadmap for. The first is to successfully transition to AI-driven quality system. India must adopt a structured approach which may have some of the following elements: policy and regulatory support, industry academia collaboration, MSME enablement, skill development, digital infrastructure development, and pilot to scale strategies. Now, these will really help in our moving on to the AI-based quality systems much faster. The impact on economic and strategic issues. Adopting next generation quality systems can deliver significant benefits. The following five are: reduction in defects and waste, improve productivity and efficiency, enhance customer satisfaction, increase global competitiveness, stronger brand reputation. In our ISO standard 9000 for a number of years, but then ultimately AI tools will make them move much faster. And the future of AI will also mean that we'll move towards zero defect manufacturing. And the conclusion, I'd like to say, the next generation quality system represents a paradigm shift in how organizations approach quality. For India, embracing AI-driven quality management is not merely a technological upgradation, but a strategic necessity. By integrating AI, IoT, and digital technologies into quality frameworks, India can transition from a cost-competitive manufacturing hub to a quality-driven global leader. The journey will require investments in technology, skills, and infrastructure, along with a cultural shift toward innovation and continuous improvement. The role of AI is central. It transforms quality from a reactive function into a predictive, intelligent, and autonomous system. As global competition intensifies and quality expectations rise, those who adopt next generation quality systems early will gain a decisive advantage. India has the potential to lead this transformation. The question is not whether the transition will happen, but how quickly and effectively it can be achieved. Thank you very much. I finished. I have just spoken in a abridged form. I passed on the full paper to our chairman and also the slides. If any of you would like to have them, he would be able to help it, or maybe he'll put it on the web platform you can locate. And this will become some reference document to you at a future date. So you'll not have to search the material. You can make your own conclusions, but you can have a background which has already been researched sufficiently. So you can think it's an authentic place. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your insightful and inspiring session. Your valuable thought and practical knowledge have greatly enriched us with our understanding of use of AI in quality management and motivated us to think in new direction. May I now respectively invite President I. Kothari, sir, to kindly felicitate our esteemed speaker as a token of gratitude and appreciation for his valuable presence and insightful address. Please give big round of applause to him. Session chair, please. Thank you very much, sir. So before we start our first session, it is my privilege to introduce our session chair, Engineer J.R. Chaudhary, who is a fellow member of electrical engineer and gold medalist in BE from National Institute of Technology, Srinagar, formerly known as REC Srinagar. He is also qualified prestigious UPSC engineering service examination back in 1984. He has joined NHPC Limited in 1985 and through 37 years of dedicated service rose to the highest cadre of executive director, retiring in 2022. During his career, he has served as major hydraulic power station including Chamera 1, Tanakpur, Teesta 5th and Uri 2. With his vast experience in hydropower project erection, commissioning, operation and maintenance at NHPC corporate office, he has contributed across key divisions such as contract, O&M, quality assurance, safety transmissions and CSR. His international exposure include technical visit to Canada, Nepal and Brazil, Netherlands also. Currently, he serves as a lifetime fellow member of Institution of Engineer India, a technical expert in Central Board of Irrigation and Power, and an advisor of UPSC panel. With immense experience and leadership in hydropower and electrical engineering, we are truly honored to have him as our session chair, sir. Please join me in warmly welcoming Engineer J.R. Chaudhary. A big round of applause, please. As a symbol of our warm welcome and respect, I would like to invite Shali sir to and other dignitaries to present a sapling to our esteemed guests, which represent positivity and our sincere gratitude for his valuable presence with us today. Please take your seat, sir. Now moving forward, it is great pleasure to introduce our distinguished keynote speaker, Engineer Umesh Kumar Gupta, who is a Senior Vice President and Head of Department EHV System Operation and Maintenance at BSES Rajdhani Power Limited, Delhi. Gupta sir has completed his BE in Electrical Engineering from Aligarh Muslim University and MTech in Energy Studies from Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi. With over 30 years of experience in Indian power sector, he has made significant contribution in the field of EHV system operation and maintenance, distributed network planning, execution, automation, and power infrastructure management. He is also serving as Delhi chapter president of National Federation of Engineers for Electrical Safety, contributing actively to electrical safety professional engineering practices. His vast technical knowledge and leadership make him eminent voice in the Indian power sector. We are truly honored to have him with us today. Please join me in extending warm welcome to Engineer Umesh Kumar Gupta, sir. It is my great pleasure to welcome him with a sapling as a small gesture for carrying meaningful message of growth, sustainability, and gratitude. I would like to invite our Professor Dibri sir and Sally sir and other dignitaries also to honor him with the saplings. I now respectively invite our esteemed guest to deliver a keynote address and share his valuable insight with us. We look forward to learning from you, your rich experience and inspiring thought.
First of all, I would like to thank Hyderabad local center of IEI, Chairman and President IEI, and Dr. Pradeep Dhimri, Kothari Saab, for giving me this opportunity to address the August gathering. And on this occasion, where we are discussing about the next generation quality concepts, and especially based on the three initiatives, digital, green, and human-centric engineering. And my discussion will be based on the experience of the transformation journey of the BSS Rajdhani Power Limited, distribution company which is supplying electricity to the national capital, Delhi, and serving around 2/3 of the Delhi. The two companies are there, BSS Rajdhani Power Limited and Yamuna Power Limited, having 66% population of the Delhi serving to it. And the transformation journey of 24 years, when we recall it, 24 years we were having lot of power outages, and consumers were having not only outages but also they were facing issues relating to billing, etc. And everything was a mess. They were not able to even get the information about their billing, etc. So how this 24 years of journey has transformed, which just before me, Mr. Pradeep Chaturvedi sahab were discussing, that how the modern systems, if we adopt modern technologies, initiatives based on the digitalization, automation, how we can transform any, not only power sector utility, but any industry to be more productive and more efficient, so that it can serve to the society, to the nation, to the public in a better way. So this is the our company's vision and mission and values. I will skip few slides to make it simpler, because you all get these informations anywhere from the net. So as I said earlier, that the company BSS Rajdhani Power Limited is serving to the Delhi and to approximately 691 square kilometer of the area, that is almost half of the Delhi, and at present is having around 32 lakhs of consumers. Peak demand last year it was around 3800, and we are expecting this year it may go up to 4050 megawatt, and approximately 15,000 of million units to the system, and 80 losses, if we recall, it was around 56% when BSES Power Rajdhani took over the operations. Now these are around 6%. And how the different type of initiatives taken by the company after taking over it from the erstwhile Delhi Vidyut Board, what kind of initiatives have been taken? Right, just before me we were discussing about the initiatives which are required to be taken to improve the productivity, efficiency. Any industry, if adopts this type of automation, digitalization techniques, can improve its operations and can deliver more efficiently, not only to the society, nation, but can also make its operation more competitive. When especially we talk about the present scenario, which is, we can well understand, it is nowadays very volatile, uncertain, complex and competitive. So the profile, how we are operating, the operation scale, we are having around 63% of our consumers are domestic and serving around 5,500 commercial consumers, around 998 million units serving to the 4.5% of the industrial consumers. Like this, our profile is there, how we are serving. And see, it's 32 lakhs of consumers, and when it took over the operations from erstwhile Delhi Vidyut Board, it was around 7-8 lakhs consumers. So number of consumers has been added since then, and continuously the company has been rated A plus consumer rating in REC's nationwide consumer service rating to the discoms. As I said earlier, initially in 2002 the losses, AT&C losses were around 56%, and now it is below 6%. And all this indicate that we are a smarter, cleaner and stronger company. The objective of discussing all these things in my address is that any industry or any utility, maybe of the power sector or any other industry, can adopt such kind of modern technologies, digitalization and automation, and can improve upon their efficiency, productivity, etc. So as the theme of this convention has been the green initiatives. So at present our company BSS Rajdhani Power Limited, around we are serving the electricity which we are serving to the national capital is around 35% is the green energy taken from the renewable energy resources, and we plan to have 50% of this energy up to 27. through green energy. And we are having around 5,500 solar connections, and more connections we are through various initiatives of the government of India, solar mission. We are onboarding more and more consumers for this solar connections. And not only that, we are also having around 52% of Delhi public at present, whatever EVs are there in Delhi, EV charging infrastructure, we are having 50% of that, 52% of that is being provided by the BSS Rajdhani Power Limited through its green initiative. And 3,500 green charging stations are there. So, see, in modern days, if you think about any consumer, you are also electricity consumer, what you will expect from your distribution company, that what it should provide you, how it should serve you. So this kind of survey we have done. So most of the consumers say 78% of consumers wants that they should have transparent systems, proactive communication, so that anytime, anywhere, if you want to know about their billing, their availability of the power, outages, etc., they should get all these information at the click of the mouse or through the mobile applications. So 78% people want that kind of thing. We think about that the people are not so much learned in India. No, it's not like that. People are switching to the digital devices and demanding more and more, so that they should get transparent and clear information, and at the click of the mouse, easily available. Around 72% of our consumer are having digital first experience, so that they should have all this information about their billing, outages, etc., on their mobile applications. And not only that, they also want that they should be empowered, they should be able to generate more green energy, solar energy, and they should be able to integrate it to the grid. And while they are integrating it to the grid, they should also be able to know that how much energy real time they are exporting to the grid. They should know that how their bill is being changing through this application. And not only that, every consumer wants that there should not be any outage, any defect in the power. Or not only that, further they want the quality services and no voltage dips. Earlier you were experiencing that there are flickering, etc. So no consumer wants that kind of electricity they get. And not only that, further they want that the energy, the electricity they are getting, it should be green energy, more and more green energy. It should not have more environmental effect. So now today's consumer are more aware in comparison to earlier days. And see, 96% of our consumers are already on digital platforms. Various tools we are providing, various applications we are providing them, so that they should get all required information in a minimum possible time, maybe related to billing, maybe related to power outages. There are different applications like WhatsApp, they may communicate. If they are having power outages, they may communicate through the mobile applications, through our website. Then virtual consumer help desks are there, chatbots are there,